To pragmatists, the letter Z is nothing more than a phonetically symbolic glyph, a minor sign easily learned, readily assimilated, and occasionally deployed in the course of a literate life. To cynics, Z is just an S with a stick up its butt. Well, true enough, any word worth repeating is greater than the sum of its parts. And the particular word part, Z, angular, whereas S is curvaceous, can, from a certain perspective, appear anally wired, although Z is far too sophisticated to throw up its arms like a Y and act as if it had just been goosed. On those of us, neither prosaic nor jaded, however, those whom the fates have chosen to monitor such things, Z has had an impact above and beyond its signifying function, a presence in its own right. It's the most distant and elusive of our 26 linguistic atoms, a mysterious dark figure in an otherwise fairly innocuous lineup, and the sleekest little swimmer to ever take laps in a bowl of alphabet soup. Scarcely a day of my life has gone by when I've not stirred the alphabet ant nest, yet every time I type or pen the letter Z, I feel a secret tingle, a tiny thrill. This is partially due to Z's relative rarity. My dictionary devotes 99 pages to A words, 138 pages to P, but only 5 pages to words beginning with Z. Then there's Z's exoticness, for, though it's a component of the English language, it gives the impression of having zipped out of Africa or ancient Near East of Nebuchadnezzar. Although, perhaps what's most fascinating about Z is its dual projection of subtle menace and aesthetic grace. Z's are not verbal ants, they are bees, stylish bees, killer bees. They buzz, they sting. Z is the whip-crack of a letter, a striking viper of a letter, an open jackknife ever ready to cut the cords of convention or peel the peach of lust. A Z is slick, quick. It's no accident that automakers call their fastest models Z cars, arcane, eccentric, and always faintly sinister. Although its very elegance separates it from the brutish X, that character traditionally associated with all forms of extinction. If X wields a tire iron, Z packs a laser gun. Zap! If X is Mike Hammer, Z is James Bond. For reasons known only to the British, a Z007 would pronounce its name Zed. If X marks the spot, Z avoids the spot, being too fluid, too cosmopolitan to remain in one place. In contrast to that prim, trim, self-absorbed supermodel I, or to O, the voluptuous, orgasmic, big-hearted slut. If Z were a woman, she would be femme fatale, the consonant we love to fear and fear to love. The celebrities of the alphabet are M and Z, the letters for whom famous movies have been named. Of course, V had its novel, but I can assure you from personal experience, in today's culture, a novel lacks a movie's sizzle, not to mention pizzazz. Is it not testimony to Z's star power that it is invariably selected to come on last, and this despite the fact that the F word gets all the press? Take a letter? You bet. I'll take Z. My favorite country, at least on paper, is Zanzibar. My favorite body of water, the Zweeder Z. ZZ Top is my favorite band. Zymology, my favorite branch of science, dealing as it does with the fermentation of beverages. Had Zsa Zsa Gabor married Frank Zappa, she would have had the coolest name in the world. Except maybe if Zazu Pitts had wed Tristan Zara. As for me, my given name, Thomas, is a modern anglicized version of the old pre-biblical moniker Tammuz. Originally, Tammuz was a mythical hero who served the goddess simultaneously as lover, husband, brother, and son. Give me my Z back, and there's no telling where I might go from there. Before I go anywhere, however, let me lift a Zarf of Zinfandel to the former ruling family of Russia, to the Tsar, the Tsarina, and all the little Tsardines. And as for those who would complain that I'm taking this business too far, I say, better a Zetophile than a pedophile.